You're watching The Culture Cave. I'm Gabriella White and I'm here with John Davis. We're in the heart of the cheese factory and John is going to tell us more about what's in the fridge.
Right, okay. So we looked at the cheeses in the mould just now. So when they've got their own shape, then they're put into here, which is kind of like, these are the baby cheeses.
Wow.
And these are white mould cheeses. They haven't yet developed the white mould on the outside yet. These guys are covered with edible ash. It's black on the outside.
Edible ash, tell us more about that.
Well, it's bamboo ash, which is actually quite healthy.
Yeah.
And of course, with the white mould growing on the outside, when you cut it, you get this beautiful black line, which is really nice. Just decorative, really.
My initial thought was volcanic ash, of course, because we're in Japan.
Yeah.
But
well, I have used volcanic salt, and that's good too. But
I'm sure it is.
Some people don't like it.
Yeah, I'd love to try it though. Do you have any of that?
It's like a science experiment.
Yes.
So these are small down the bottom.
And they are the same, are they? Or larger?
They're the same. I don't know what cheese it is without looking at the label. I don't want to take them out.
No, fair enough. But it's incredible just to see
keep the door open for too long.
Yes, but thank you for that peek.
Just peek.
It's very interesting, yeah.
These are taleggio at the end. These guys have got what we call basil, and Americans call basil.
Yes, yeah.
Basilico. Right, that's that. Let's go to the other room.
Yes. Now we'll also be trying some of the cherry blossom cheese a little bit later. This is Vincent, who also works here. He's from Switzerland. You're on the Culture Cave. Tell us about your job a little bit.
So I've been working with John for like 3 months, maybe.
Yeah.
3 months.
3 months.
Right.
So basically, I work 4 days a week at the shop, and Thursday the cheese making day. So I come here like in the morning, and I make cheese. So I'm learning to make one sort of cheese for now.
Right.
But I'm sure I will learn many more.
His dream is to make raclette.
And my dream is to make cheese for raclette. I don't know if you know raclette.
I don't.
You don't know raclette?
Please tell us
Swiss
more.
cheese.
Oh, the key Swiss cheese.
Well,
yeah.
not the one with holes in. No.
So raclette is like, if you want, but
Fondue is a typical yeast, isn't it?
Yeah, well, both are different.
Is it known as Swiss cheese generically, that one, or is it?
No, I think what the Americans call Swiss cheese is Emmental.
Right.
But yeah, exactly. Well, especially in America. Yeah,
In
exactly.
America,
Yeah.
So what kind of cheese is it?
So there are different kinds of, like the most famous probably is called Hakara.
Raclette.
This is Hakara. Maybe you have heard about this. And this is the cheese we use to make raclette usually. But there are many more cheeses made by cheesemaker like.
How long is it matured?
I don't know exactly, but it is. I don't think it takes too long. I have to get information about cheese.
Is it a strong cheese, a mild cheese, a mature
It's pretty
cheese?
mild actually.
A mild cheese.
Yes. And raclette, if you want, the concept of raclette is that it melts. You heat the cheese and it melts, right?
It melts very easily.
So exactly, it needs to melt easily. So I don't think maturation is so long actually. Maturing is so long.
Is it maybe like a chowder or something like that?
No.
No, it's
really,
not.
No.
This chowder's quite kind of creamy, like soft,
Well,
mild, creamy.
it's the young ones, yes, but then the mature ones are quite different.
Oh, this is a mature one we're talking about, yeah.
Well, the holidays is also, they have a very 5 years matured, which becomes a totally different cheese.
Yeah, whereas chowder's like 1 or 2 years, isn't it?
Usually, 6 months to
6 months to a year, yeah. Very interesting. There's so many cheeses in the world to try. It's a world of science. Yeah. So what is the key part of your job and what do you love most about making cheese?
Well, actually, I got the job not because I was looking for a job, but because I wanted to learn how to make cheese actually.
Right.
So I don't know, the whole process is magic for me. The whole thing is just it's great. Exactly.
Even after all these years, for me, it's still magic. It's amazing.
Yes. Yeah, it is a science, and
it's science, and it's also very creative as well. So it's an art as well, I think.
Yes. And here you're making very artistic cheeses, which we're going to try later.
Let's just take a quick look in the refrigerator.
Thank you, Vincent.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Join the conversation.
Yes, please join us. Yeah.
So this is the hard cheeses being matured.
Wow.
Now each one has a batch number, which says when it was, who made it, and when it was made. So everything's logged in a logbook, so we can check back if anything goes particularly right or particularly wrong.
Right. It's a very delicate and careful process, isn't it? With your parmesan.
Well, you have to look after it. It's not just sort of making it and dumping it in the fridge. You have to develop it and mature it. So down here we have some interesting ones. These are. This is a beer washed cheese.
A beer washed cheese. Wow.
Customer in Toyama.
Yeah.
Beer brewery.
Oh, this is the famous Sakura cheese. Right?
Yeah, that's the cherry blossom. Yeah.
Wow. Are you the only one making that?
I don't know.
It's the first time I've heard of it.
Well, it seems an obvious idea.
Yes.
These are young cheeses.
Garlic cheese.
Developing blue mold there.
Wow. So this is going to be garlic blue mold cheese.
Yeah. Tasty. And over here we have white mold cheeses.
And do you pair
It's
these?
not brown paper bags.
Do you pair these with wines then?
Well, I think people can make a lot of fuss about pairing.
Yeah. You just
can get very
focused on-
snobby about it.
So you're just focused on the cheese.
Whatever taste combinations you particularly like.
Yeah. Oh, you've got goat cheese. Goat cheese is particularly healthy.
Yes, it's supposed to be, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. So.
Do we know why that is, or is it complex? Goats. Why is goat's cheese really healthy? Do you know?
I don't actually know.
Right, something we can find out. Yes.
I'd have to research that. I've heard that it is.
Or is it maybe goat's milk as well is very healthy?
Yeah, certainly the way, from a milk point of view, the fat globules are very small compared to fat globules. The particles of fat, of oil, are very much smaller than in cow milk.
That's maybe
so
why
what that means is it's very creamy.
Yeah.
So it tastes much more creamy than cow milk, the same quality of milk.
Right, but not necessarily unhealthier.
No.
So maybe it's got the balance right or something.
Yeah, could be. I don't know. So, I think we should go to the shop.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything I need to show you particularly.
That's great. So you've been watching part 3 of the Culture Cave. I'm Gabriella, this is Vincent and John.
Okay.
So we're going to taste the cheese now, very excited. Bye.